everybody, it's Rosa and welcome to today's video. Today is part 5 of my decluttering series. If you guys haven't seen 1 through 4, I will link the playlist down below. Today we are doing eyeshadows and I'm super excited, well not eyeshadows, eyeshadow palettes. And I'm really excited because I have some old eyeshadow palettes that I've been wanting to get rid of. I have some new ones that I haven't been really digging. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please make sure to give it a big thumbs up as well as subscribe to join the Briarpatch family. Not only because we're awesome, but also because you will be notified for future videos, especially with this decluttering series. I don't want you to miss one because then it will be no point. Alright, see you guys all later and let's go ahead right into the video. Alright guys, so I keep all of my eyeshadow palettes in this drawer right here. This is the 3rd drawer in my Alex 6 drawer set on the left side, right side. And I just keep all of my eyeshadow palettes in here, my small ones and my huge ones. So this is how it looks like before. Now let's go ahead and start the decluttering process. Okay, so I keep all of my smaller palettes in this little basket right here, and this basket is from Amazon, like I mentioned before in my first video. And yeah, so let's just go in there. The first palette I have is this Beautifully Disney palette. Keeping this guy. I always say that I'm going to use him, but I never end up using him. But this is a really great travel palette. It has your bronzer, your highlighter, your blush, and like an eyeshadow, like a black eyeshadow. This is the Enchanted Kiss one. This was the first palette they came out with, Beautifully Disney. The next palette I have is my BH San Francisco palette. I've had this palette for quite a while. Actually, it was like the first giveaway I ever did. Heck, a sad story. But the first giveaway I ever did on this channel had this palette in it. And unfortunately, no one ever responded to, like, when they were winners, no one ever responded to me. So I ended up keeping it. Open it up like this. And then you have your blushes, your bronzer, and your highlight in here as well. As you can see, I really like travel situations. And yeah, so I'm just going to keep this for novelty purposes. I've yet to do a makeup look with it because I'm still kind of confused on how, but yeah, so I'm just going to keep this guy as well. Next one is actually something that I might just get rid of. I feel bad because this was a gift from my friend Lauren because she really knew that I was into makeup. This is the Profusion 09 10 Shaded Eyeshadow Palette, and I really wanted to keep this, and I feel like I still want to keep this, but I think I might need to like donate, or maybe I'll give this to Maya because I mean it's all sparkly pink. She can't use it yet. It's still like on lockdown, yeah, so she can't even open it, but this might be a really nice makeup toy for her since she's like 4. Next is this California collection by BH Cosmetics. It has these 3 colors right here, Malibu, San Francisco, and Hollywood. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this as well. The next 2 palettes I have are the Disney palettes that came out with Sephora. I got Cinderella and Ariel. I ended up not getting Jasmine. I don't remember why I didn't get Jasmine, but I think it might have been a bad payday or something. I don't know. But I really love these palettes. I think they're beautiful. This one is gorgeous. I still have like the brushes in them and stuff. And it has just a gorgeous white, like a peach, gray, and a black. It's very cool tone. So for my cool tone ladies, this is a really awesome palette. Oh, and it also has like these really cute like little things set in here. Oh, you can see me. Hello. This I'm also going to keep. This is the Ariel one. This is the Part of Your World eyeshadow palette, and it literally just has Ariel's colors in here. It has a white, a beige, a green, and a sparkly violet, and the mirror says, "Dreams are realities in waiting." So I like that. I'm going to keep this. So these 4 e.l.f. palettes here are from this Disneyland collection that I got in 2013. I did a review on here as well on YouTube if you guys want to check it out. But it was the Disney Villains collection with e.l.f. They come out with one every year for Halloween, and I bought the one from 2013. And I'm going to just keep 2 of these, I think. So I'm going to get rid of the Ursula one because I don't wear any of these colors ever, and I'm not a big fan of it. So I'm just going to get rid of the Ursula one. And then I'm also going to keep Cruella. Yeah, Cruella I'm going to keep as well because it's gorgeous. It has all my favorite colors in it. Copper tones. I like it a lot. So I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to get rid of this one. This one is in Maleficent, and I'm not a big fan of the colors in it. I actually used it a couple of times this month. I actually put it on my Instagram as well, but it's not working out for me, you guys. So I think I'm just going to get rid of this one. And then I'm going to go ahead and keep the Evil Queen because this has more of like the colors that I enjoy. Like a nice purple in there, like a dark purple. It has my browns. It has a gray in there. It has a olive green and a nice highlight color. So I'm just going to keep this one. Next are my two eye studios, and I love these actually a lot. But the Mermaid or Sapphire Siren is something, you know what, I think I should keep this because I don't really have too many like pretty colors in my collection. So I'm gonna keep this, and as you can see I was really into this like white color. These were one of my first eyeshadow palettes and I really, really love these. And I'm gonna keep this one too, which is Sunset Seduction, and it just looks like that, just a really, really pretty color combination. And yeah, so I'll just go ahead and keep these guys. Next two palettes I have is this Pop palette right here. This is Bright Up Your Life eyeshadow trio in Smokin' Hot. This is Smokin' Not. I don't like this palette at all. It doesn't even, like, I don't think it looks good on my skin tone. It's like white, gray, and black. It doesn't really do anything for me, so I'm just gonna get rid of this guy. The next palette I have here is by JCat. This is the Sparkling Cream palette, and this is what it looks like. Just a bunch of sparklies, but it was really bad. I got this, I think, in an Ipsy bag, and I just really didn't like it. I feel like it's too thick of a glitter for my eyes. Also, it's really sticky. Like, if you guys have noticed, I used this part and the sparkle kind of goes away, so I'm just gonna get rid of this. I'm actually gonna toss it. Next, I'm also gonna be getting rid of this guy. This is the Revlon Color Stay 12-Hour Eyeshadow in Copper Spice. Let's open this up. It's my favorite colors, but again, I have a few palettes like this already. This one is pretty old, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give this one up. I have this Lancome one that I can't even open, so I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can give this to Glambot because it is high-end quality, and we'll see if they can get this open. Finally, I have this guy right here. This is the Bombs Quad, or sorry, Be a Bombshell Quad in Bora Bora. I really, really enjoy this palette. I think this blue is amazing. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous blue color. Like, look how pigmented that is. It's gorgeous. I think I'm gonna keep this one because I was gonna get rid of it, but I think I'm just gonna keep it because I love this blue. The blue is beautiful. So that is all of my smaller palettes. Now let's go and move on to my bigger palettes. So the next two are these right here. These are the Giordano color palettes, and I'm just gonna keep this guy, I think, because I really, really love the colors inside. They are really, really pretty. This is what they look like. They're just gorgeous colors. And I'm gonna keep this one. These were actually a gift from Brianna to me. And I'm gonna give this one to my niece because I feel like she would have a really good time with them. I mean, I doubt my aunt's gonna let me give them to her, but I mean, maybe when she can keep them until she's older, and then she can start playing around with these if she really wants to. So it'll be another gift for her. Next, I have the Be a Bombshell, or Be a Bombshell. This is the Balm Cosmetics, the Balm Voyage 2 palette. And this palette is awesome. I think it's an amazing travel palette. This has a ton of eyeshadows as well as gorgeous bronzer, really nice highlight, 2 blushes, and some lip situation up in here. This is the perfect travel palette, and I think I'm gonna keep this just because it's a great travel palette for like weekend stays or something like that. Next is my Morphe Brushes custom palette that I created, so I'm definitely keeping this because I mean I created it myself with all the colors that I wanted, and it's just a beautiful neutral palette. I actually really like Morphe shadows. I think they're really nice and buttery, and these specific shadows actually work really well with my eye color, so I'm gonna keep this palette. Next is this Kat Von D Monarch palette. This is what it looks like inside. Gorgeous palette, one of my favorite palettes that I own. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep this guy. And look how pretty this is. Like, the packaging is like gorge. I'm definitely tossing him. This is the Coastal Scents 88 color eyeshadow palette. This is the palette I first started using when I started YouTube. It's definitely sentimental, but at the same time, like, it's time to let go of the past. And this is what it looks like inside. I'm pretty sure it's broken in the inside a little bit. Yeah, it's a little broken in the inside, but that's what it looks like. It just has an array of beautiful colors. And yeah, so I'm just gonna get rid of that though because it's old. It's time to get rid of. Next palette I have is my Pride and Prejudice and Zombies Eye and Cheek palette by BH Cosmetics. You guys all know I raved about this palette in my review of it. If you guys haven't seen my review of it, check it out. I do swatches of everything. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I have nothing bad to say about it. It is a fantastic palette and I'm so happy that I got it. Next is the Nude Rose palette by BH Cosmetics as well. This is what it looks like. This was in my February favorites and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. It's just a perfect daytime eyeshadow palette and I use this a lot for the daytime. And yeah, so this was a great palette and I am definitely looking forward to keep on using this. Next is my Naked Urban Decay palette. This is what it looks like. It is super old, but I love it. It's such a goodie. I love this palette. I think Leslie got me this palette because she always saw me in the store like touching it all the time a couple of years ago, and then she actually got it for me for Christmas and I was like, so I am obsessed with this palette. Obviously I've used a lot of Virgin, but I use Naked a lot, Buck a lot, Smog and Dark Horse a lot. I use Hustle a lot and Creep a lot. So, oh, and Half Baked. I love Half Baked. Next is this guy right here, and this is my Inglot free thing palette. Like you can make your own palette. I'm gonna keep this as well. Again, it's one of my go-to palettes. It has all the colors that I love, from the coppers to the taupe colors, warm taupe, things like that. Really, really great palette. I made it myself, so I mean, I can't hate it, right? Next is my Naked 3 palette. I'm obsessed with this palette. I think it is beautiful. Rose gold shades are amazing. This and the Nude Rose palette actually are quite similar. It just doesn't have darker colors in this palette. But if you guys are looking into getting the Naked 3, I would suggest go with Nude Rose first, because the only ones you're really missing are like the last 3 of them. But I love this palette. It's fairly new. I've had this for maybe like a year. And I remember I got it like right when it came out and I was like, rose gold for the win. Next is the Take Me to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics. As you guys can see a pattern, I love BH Cosmetics. I'm gonna keep this because since I am getting rid of my Coastal Scents palette, I need a palette with a lot of color in it just in case I want to do some tutorials with color. I think this is the perfect palette for those types of tutorials, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this guy. This is the 12S palette. I got it because again, it's all neutral and it's sparkly, so I don't have a palette that's like all pearly and sparkly, so I thought this would be a really cool palette to have. Also, it's really great for the summertime. It has beautiful like sunset colors, basically like all that top row is sunset colors. I'm obsessed and I really, really enjoy this little palette right here, and I can take it with me on vacation or anything like that. Kat Von D Metal Orchestra palette. If you guys have never seen this one, that's because it came out like, it was one of Kat Von D's first eyeshadow palettes. I got it when I was like 18 or 17 in Florida, and I thought it was so cool when I got this palette, but I never used it ever in my life. Like I tried the silver shade right here that was like a cream color and it was horrible, and I was like, Kat Von D, step it up, and she did step it up with her Monarch palette. I'm obsessed with that palette, but I am going to be getting rid of this palette just because it's super old. Next is my M palette by Michelle Phan. This is in Shade Play. This is a Shade Play palette in Bali Bronzes, and this is an okay palette. I'm not like obsessed with it, but again, it has all my favorite copper colors in there, so I'm actually going to keep this because I did play around with it the other day. I mostly use this color and that color, but that's it. I don't really use this yellow color, maybe for like the center of my lid or something. I have this bad boy right here, which is the Urban Decay Shadow Box 2. And this is what it looks like. It is so dirty, you guys. I've had this palette since I was 15 or 16 years old. My mom got me this palette when I first started into makeup. And obviously I used Honey a lot. I used Graffiti a lot. I used Zero a lot. I used Ransom. I used all of these like a lot. Like I don't know if you can see that, but like these have been worn a lot. But unfortunately it is time to part with it because it is super old and I just have palettes that I can get other colors with, and it's time to get rid of this guy, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this. Alright, and that was everything from my eye palette drawer. Let's go ahead and put everything back in of what I'm gonna be using now and go from there. Alright, so this is what my drawer looks like now. It is really nice and clean. I can put all of my palettes together so I can now see everything that I want to use. I even have this little guy kind of crammed in here. He's okay, he'll be fine. He's crammed in here too so I can see all of my smaller palettes as well. I'm really excited that I did that clean out because now like everything kind of like fits nicely and I can see everything. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a huge thumbs up as well as subscribe to join the Briarpatch family, not only because we're awesome, but because you'll be able to get notified for my next decluttering video. I still have a lot of stuff to declutter. I have my vanity, I have more eye products to declutter, and I have hair products to declutter, and I still have my closet to declutter that I'll be doing with you guys. We'll be decluttering my closet together. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye!